This is your WW3 news of, I should say, we're heading towards Monday evening, just about, well, it's around 5:30 in the afternoon still, early evening you could say. Now, a parmalat crack. Here in Italy, it was a really financial earthquake scandal, and even overseas as well. Now, what happened? I think it was in the year 2003, December, and it started off with a certification which satisfied it was it was a deposit of a certain amount of money in a Bank America. This certificate resulted to be a scanned and photocopied how do you say, forgery, and it all started from there. It did. I started digging in the accounts of Parmalat, the dairy industry manufacturer, and so on. And what they discovered, those who should vigilate on the accounts of this Italian multinational, never done their job properly. It was all occulted accounts, fake things, and all of these things were offshore. Practically, that $4 billion or lira at that time never existed. And what really hit the investors in obligations of Parmalat is, I think they involved 3 Italian banks, which the usual bank loan which you take out or you open an account, certain people in these banks were incentivized to sell you these obligations of these companies. So, okay, fair enough. It looks legit, looks solid, and but at the end of the day, the money wasn't there. It was just a big financial crack. But mind you, the Parmalat, the financial thing part, and the industrial thing was managed, saved, and it still exists today as a dairy product company, but more reduced dimension. The fact is, more than 80,000 Italians were conned by these 3 Italian banks to buy obligations of this company, which was in financial good state, I should say. And what happened to them? Well, there was a whole series of prosecutions, and these 3 Italian banks who were responsible, yes, they were indicted for fraud and other financial crimes as well. They were acquitted, and there was a person who was convicted to home arrest the day after he died. Therefore, they are no more accountable of their felonies which they committed. But it's left 80,000 people, their monies, their savings of a lifetime, investing in this thing, disappeared. And no one in this world is gonna refund them, or they can sue these banks Well, there has been some legal lawsuits with these three Italian banks, and one of them three is one of the big main banks of Italy operating here. And believe it or not, at that time, I'm not going to mention the name of the bank, but you can do a bit of research on the web, and it tells you the whole story of this thing. And it goes to show we have to be very careful investing in certain things, because if you invest a hell of a lot, you end up losing it. You know, conning people, obliging them in a certain way. Invest is a good thing, thinking obligation in this company. It turned out to be a colossal crack. I think they say it's one of the biggest European financial cracks so far which has happened. Obviously this had effects in America, because obviously they had interests in America as well. It's involved the Bank America.